Hello Internet, got another custom saber to show off to you today. This one, the parts have been rattling around in my junk drawer for a while, so it's another one of these that I need to go ahead and finish up and get out there in the world to someone. So this one is kind of a Old Republic inspired design. At least in my mind. In Old Republics you see more color and the leather wrap and just various different details that you don't see in some of the either prequel or original trilogies. So let's get into this. We've got your emitter here that has been painted brass, and the shroud this dark iron color with two button head screws holding that together, pulling that all onto here. You've got a 3D printed blade plug in there. You've got a red anodized switch with your recharge port, this brown pleather leather wrap down here, another iron painted shroud down here at the bottom, and a brass cover tack, and then your pommel. So internally we're running a Tri-Rebel green line deep red LED. You've got an 18650 lithium-ion battery, an Biscotte V4 with a PEX board for pseudo color changing, and a 20mm speaker. So, if you want, remember, if you're going to touch the board, leave the kill key in, so that way if anything gets jostled, it doesn't accidentally make contact somewhere. Go ahead and unscrew the pommel. And there's your board with your PEX on top, and there's your SD card. So you just lift up this off this pad of double stick tape, and you can flick out the recharge, or the the SD card to make adjustments. So go ahead and push that back in. Screw on the pommel, and we'll go ahead and get her fired up here. The sound fonts on this one, since it is a Nano Biscotte V4, it's got 3 banks. The first font on it is Skywalker ROTJ by Lord Blako. The second one is Spitfire by Mad Cow, and the third is Ordinal by Shameem. Links will be below, except for Shameem, because I can't find them on the, I believe he took his fonts off of saberfont.com, but the other two I'll have links to. So let's go ahead and pull the kill key. Of course, if you're going to have Skywalker, you got to have that boot. Go ahead and swivel it around here. And there you've got your green with just a hint of lime to give it kind of a lighter green color to it. So you've got kind of all the colors flashing for Flash on Clash, so it's kind of hard to see, but if you, well, I'll show it with the blade in there, it's easier to show that way, but there's that. Let's go ahead and turn her off. Hold once for mute, so you can have the color with no sound, but you still get the flash effects. It's a little harder to activate those without a blade in there, but go ahead and hold to turn off. It's silent, so hold twice for 2 beeps there to change font. And this one should be red with just a hint of the lime for just a little difference in color. If you wanted to, you could take the board out and edit the colors, so that way that's not the way it is. And then with all of them activated at the same time, you get kind of a yellowy Flash on Clash. Go ahead and there we go, that's easier to activate those. Go ahead and turn that off. Now we'll go ahead and this one has two blade retention screws. There's one that holds the base of it and one that holds about midway up. So go ahead and undo those. You gotta do it just a little bit more. I might have over tightened this bottom one or the top one or both. Come on out of there. There it is. Got kind of a suction fit. Anyway, it's a fairly long blade socket depth in there, so can't really see that too well. So let's go ahead and take my little shorty blade here, pop that in, tighten up, tighten up, turn off the lights. There you can see that red. You got a little bit of a shine through at the top of this milled section here, so there you go. Flash on clash. Let's go ahead and change fonts. This one I kind of went with, again, the Descent to the Dark Side, but at least at the end here you get the Redemption, which is where Ordinal comes in. And for that one you've got lime with just a hint of the green, with a orangey color for the Flash on Clash. But there you go. This is kind of a longer saber, measuring at about 14.5 inches, so from the tip of the shroud to the bottom of the pommel. So it is definitely a two-hander for if you want to choke up here, or use it all down here on the grip, or put your finger in this little space here and to act as a choke. That works pretty well. But overall, let's go ahead and take this out. Come on, there we go. Nice suction to it. So if the blade plug gets stuck in there, just give it a good shake and it'll come out. It's just the tolerances on this one are actually fairly tight, so it's gives a nice suction to it. But there we go. Go ahead and put, and this one you could actually, if you were at a con or something, you could leave the kill key out and the board will go into deep sleep after a few minutes. So you don't have to worry about the battery draining because of an LED on this. There's no LED in the switch. So that's nice. Go ahead and put that back in. And that's about it. So if you have any questions or comments, leave them down below, and I will see y'all later.